I think I forgot to say earlier, but guess who sold again on eBay? I'll give you one chance to guess who it was. Ready? If you guess Benny again, you're right. He sold for a 14th time. Now, I don't know what is with this guy, but he is just he just won't stop selling. I'm not going to complain or anything like that. But yeah, pretty much every single shipping day he sells. I mean, I didn't get him shipped out last time because I didn't rebuild minifigures for a little while. So I'm going to probably rebuild him now or something, or maybe a bit later today, and get him relisted again. But yeah, it's the 14th time he sold. Now he just will not stop selling, but I ain't going to complain. So I've now relisted him again. Oh, so I almost dropped my phone there. And then, yeah, I was looking at sold. His prices are all over the place. Like, you've got a decent amount of them at $6, $7. Then you got one at $17, one at $13, and then mine at around the $10 marker. It's a bit below. Now it's just slightly above and stuff like that. So his prices are all over the place, but it looks like I'm the only one in Canada. If I remove the Canada only filter, it'll start showing all the other ones. But then there's that one there and stuff like that. So yeah, his prices are just all over the place. Only $8 for the sold set. I wonder. There's an auction. One bid for £5. For some reason, I feel like this image or one of these images here was used on Bricklink for a catalog change request. I don't know why I think that, but it just seems like it almost looks like it's I mean, it's not, it's probably not, but it almost looks like it was almost brand new. I mean, it's quite dusty and everything like that, but it's not like it's covered in bite marks or anything like a lot of stuff from its age. And the tires actually seem to be in somewhat decent condition. So that's probably a decent deal. Let's actually check Bricklink here. How much was on shipping? Only, well, $30 on shipping. So let's see here. Looks like it's this one here. So I mean, it's not too bad of a price. It's about average, exclude if this stuff here, the shipping wasn't too bad or anything like that. But yeah, just overall interesting to just look at random things. I don't even know how I got distracted and started looking at this here. Who knows? But yeah, 14 sold and he's relisted again. So yeah, it's just fun to use, to finally be able to use more than 8 gigabytes of RAM. I was testing out things. I managed to get it at like almost 11 gigabytes of RAM that I was using, with stuff I used to be able to do on my computer normally before, so no wonder my computer used to run so slow. But now it seems to be operating pretty decently well, with all of the RAM added now, so hopefully I don't ever have to worry about that again. And well, I mean, the hard drive's going absolutely bonkers right now, but that's probably because I'm uploading a whole bunch of clips to Clipchamp to start editing the vlog. But are these things just, oh wow, these ones are going fast, or maybe it's just those few there. Who knows about that. Hopefully these ones start going a bit faster. It's not like there's only the fast ones that are uploaded fast. There's multiple almost 2-minute clips here and stuff that went pretty fast, except it's stuck on 8376. Oh, well, that one's gone now. So the others are going super fast now for the most part. So it seems to be working a lot better now. Just finished editing the vlog and it's now at still at 0% for a minute. But you'd think it'd go a bit faster now that I've upgraded my computer a whole bunch. It used to be at like 1% by now, so probably just need to give it a moment. But it's going a little bit in slow-mo. Well, kind of going now, but I guess RAM doesn't affect processing speed. Well, it looks like my computer still does break on occasion, but I'm just probably going to later on just restart it once, because it seemed to run better after the second restart prior with my after I installed RAM last time. So once the video is done editing, then I'll just restart the computer and hopefully it'll work a bit better again. And then it's working fine again. I think I got enough bags? Well, probably not. But apparently there's some Skittles here, which are not mine because I can't eat them, so I should probably give them back to my sister. Just got my DHL package, so I'll be able to open it up soon. I probably can't record much right away, though, because on the phone with Freedom Mobile again about my phone. So the order was just some more parts that I'll add to this store. So yeah, this here is from Europe. This is from the store where you can't just buy one or two. You have to buy like 50 or 100 of them. So yeah, I just got a couple of different parts, as you can see some of them. So I'm going to get most of these guys relisted now. Just finished listing all of the parts that arrived in the mail then. Unfortunately, one of them didn't fit in the drawer, but that's all right. So then I have to just relist the Mr. Miracle thing and put these drawers away now. Some pretty cool parts in here, like these Oh, 2x3 tiles and stuff like that. Was on phone with Freedom Mobile customer service for like the past 2 hours or so. So I'm just getting back to work now. It's 8:27 p.m. and still not done with them. They're saying they're going to call back in like half hour or so. But then I'm just going to try and get a little bit more done down here while waiting, because they said half hour or 50 minutes. We couldn't hear what they said at the end. But then you got to love it when you get another message. You can see it there. I write it on my phone. They sent 2 messages on Brickowl where they place an order. They pay for, well, they get charged letter mail shipping. They pay for letter mail shipping. And then literally less than 24 hours, well, just over 24 hours after you ship it out, they send you a message asking, when will this item be out for delivery and do you have a tracking number for it? Like, I mean, if you live in Canada, do you, like, they paid $3 on shipping. Do they think there's going to be a tracking number and stuff like that? It's just, it sounds like it's a weird thing that a customer would ask that, but it is surprisingly common for people to ask for tracking for the cheapest orders and stuff like that. So at this point, I'm convinced half the Canadian population is just Americans who moved to Canada and don't know that shipping doesn't have tracking in most cases. So time to just message them back again saying, sorry, but letter mail shipping does not have tracking. Your order will likely be delivered within 2 to 3 weeks. Usually it's a bit faster than that, but I just say that because that's Canada Post is, who knows what they're smoking most days. So sometimes it can just take ages to get delivered. So yeah, then I'll just respond to that and then try to get a little bit of stuff listed again. So then I just respond with, hi, as the order was shipped letter mail, there is no tracking. Usually packages are delivered within 2 to 3 weeks. Thanks, Jason. So hopefully they understand that. The thing is, I'm looking at their feedback right now. They've got 4 feedback. They've been a member for 2 months. This is Brickowl, so we can see a bit more of that details and stuff like that. So it's not like it's a brand new buyer who's never purchased before. And then, one second, let me just get over here. Shipping including tax is $3.38, so it was like $2.99 plus 38 cents on tax. So it was an Ontario order, I believe. So then that's 13% sales tax on there, and so then if you do the math on that, that would add up. And oh yeah, it's, well, $5.79 for 13% sales tax. It says right there. So yeah, it's just $2.99 on shipping plus tax, and so yeah, it wasn't parcel or anything like that. And so yeah, I'm going to now. Why is there a red line here? I forgot to put a comma. So I'll just click send message. Okay, I scrolled back down just so I didn't show their name. And then this here is the second message they sent. They said, could I have the tracking ID or an estimate when the order will be out for delivery? And then the first message they sent said, let's get it up here. It says, do you know when the order will be out for delivery? But that's all that was said, so I'll mark that as no response needed, as otherwise Brickowl will tell me I need to respond to that forever. So hopefully that's done and I'm able to get a little bit of stuff listed now. Just finished with the last of these 1x2 locking hinges. So this here is all of the garbage from the day. There's a decent amount of them that are just in poor condition. So that ends up in the garbage. Put that away over there. Put that down there. So I was able to empty some containers today. So that was nice to finally be able to get a couple more empty and put those back over there. So, that goes up there. See if I probably can't turn that sideways right now. So then these ones here on the left are still things that are being worked on at all at different levels. These ones are stacked, but there are more here and stuff that need to be stacked. So I just wait till they're all done before I start working on them. Here is some of the empty bags from the stuff that came in the mail today. So I don't reuse bags. I just like to keep my bags uniform just so it's the same for every order. I got small, medium, and large. I just usually, unless it's a really weirdly shaped item, I usually just stick to those bags and nothing else. So now it's down to just those containers over there. And see, I'm going to call it a day now. Put this drawer away. Filled that one up. I filled up 2 drawers earlier. I put those away already. And so I'll put this drawer away and then call it a day. But it's now just past 10 p.m. and Freedom Mobile never called back. They said at like, I think it was like 8:20 or something I came down. And they said they would call in 30 to 50 minutes. Well, they said 30 minutes several times, and then at the end we thought we heard them say 50 minutes, and so it's now past 10, and there's still no contact from them. So we're gonna give them till morning and then contact them again and stuff like that. Just try to get it all worked out because we've already paid for the new phone. They've confirmed that we've paid for the new phone, but they've also confirmed that there's no phone connected with the payment we made, but that they did confirm we sent the money. So he was gonna get in contact with his supervisor and try and get that stuff worked out. It's a huge mess, but I mean, we looked around, they are the cheapest option for it, and I mean, it's a hassle to get it sorted out, but once it's all sorted out, I've been on Freedom Mobile for a while now. I mean, there's no issues really with it. So I don't mind it. It's just getting it worked out the first time's always just a pain sometimes. So once that's figured out, then it's not like we'll probably leave the company unless we can't get this resolved, because it's been like forever now, since like Friday, that we've tried getting the new phone and stuff like that. And so hopefully we can get that resolved soon and get the phone. So yeah, Freedom Mobile, their customer service is just absolutely horrible. Apparently they told us we can't actually get the phone online because it just doesn't work. That's literally the result we got after probably close to 5 hours on the phone with like half a dozen different people and stuff like that. They just kept passing us off to the next person. And then finally got a supervisor and they told us, sorry, it just doesn't work and stuff like that, and said that the system's broken, that the thing they have. And so we're gonna leave Freedom Mobile at this point and look for another company, because currently we're paying $80 a month just for a plan, which might sound high to some of you, and it is high. In Canada it's not cheap. We don't have too many competitors, so prices are crazy high and stuff like that, but we should be able to switch to another company and pay about a similar price, because we're paying a premium right now because we just haven't switched the plan since the phone contract ended and stuff like that. And so we should be able to pay about $80 to $90 a month, including the phone price, monthly installments for the phone, plus these like 750 down with the next cheapest company. So it's then that 750 down plus like 80 or so bucks a month before tax for a new plan. So hopefully can get that sorted out in a couple days or something like that. But yeah, just wanted to give a heads up because that's been in conversation I've said multiple times regarding the Freedom Mobile thing. So I just wanted to address that real quick to the conclusion of that. And yeah, that there's just, who knows. I almost feel bad for some of those employees because my mom was on the phone as well and she was getting a bit angry at the employees. And for most of the employees, they really don't know what's going on since they're just customer service people. But yeah, every time we got passed off to a technician, we never got through for some reason. But who knows? It's everyone's favorite time of month again when it's 2 a.m. and the internet just stops working. That's a chunky squirrel. Let's see if we can get that. Look at that guy right there. Wow. So we ended up just buying the phone outright from Apple, and then gonna go with Lucky Mobile, I think it is, which is a phone brand that you can actually get from your local dollar store. Well, you can get the SIM cards there, and then we're looking at like a $40 or $50 a month plan, excluding any phone costs. So that's about the cheapest you can get if you want data. It's like 7 gigabytes of data for $40 a month, or $50 a month for 10, or no, I think they have it at 12 gigabytes of data. So we're gonna have to choose between that. But now I'm going to install the dash cam finally. It was raining earlier, so I had to wait. Although, is that like, one second, let me zoom in here. Is that like one small patch of dry ground when everything else is sopping wet? Who knows? But yeah, then I'll work on this now here, and then like they always recommend, install first, read instructions later. So I'll do that, and then probably have yogurt or something. Yogurt time, and I finally finished setting up the dash cam. It's now 4:46 p.m. and I'm finally getting to work, so I'm probably going to just try and knock out some of the last pins and then see where I go from there. But this will probably take quite a while to get through these. It's always nice to sell some printed parts and stuff like that, so I just sold these two. They are in light bluish gray 4x4 printed radar things. They might look like gray on camera, but I can confirm they are light bluish gray. And they were $17 a piece, so they paid $34 for these two 4x4 dishes. I bagged them up individually just to prevent any wear or anything like that. So now I'll get to the rest of the order. One thing that's always nice to see is when you're pulling an order and you start seeing parts that you know that you just listed, because any new parts that are in boxes this high were only put there from something that was recently added, usually due to a high quantity of stuff like that. Like, I'm pretty sure all of those boxes there, or like most of the contents of those boxes there, along with these ones here, have apparently this one's empty though. I'm not sure why. Were all from the recent sets that were parted out, such as the Mandalorian Starfighter, which you might have seen a video of, which I parted out like 37 copies, I believe, and then some Forge sets and Imperial light cruisers and stuff like that. So it's always nice to see that I've already selling some of the parts. So yeah, I'm still just working on some more of these pins. I finished them in white, black, light gray. Unfortunately, light bluish gray is super rare, so I didn't have any. Tan, and I am now on them in blue, and there is quite a few of these. So considering that about half of one of these containers was about 500 in tan, that means that I'm looking at least, well, I'm not sure if it's quite half a container or so, but then probably close to 2,000 pins in blue now. So yeah, with these ones, just like with the tan ones, I don't take each pin individually and check it for damage because it's only a 3-cent part. What I do is I grab a small handful like this, and then I check this side for damage. Then I put it over to my other hand like this, and then I just check the other side of them for damage, and I move them around a bit, and anything I find that's damaged just goes in here. And then I use the counting scale to count them all. So now I'll work on these blue pins and then see what to work on after that. It's currently 7:55 p.m. My computer needs another update again. It seems like it's every couple days there's another update, and I already pulled the orders for eBay, Bricklink, and Brickowl. So yeah, then we'll see how much I can get listed tonight still then. So it's good to see that the phone has now shipped, although I am really curious because other than for in China, where they still just don't ever stop anything, are there really still major impacts from that? It's been like, what, 5 years at this point? It started late 2018, so maybe not 5, closer to 4 or so years. And they still say that there's delays from that on a lot of sites. So, I mean, it probably affects it to some extent. I mean, from just the larger mass of shipments and stuff like that on an overall level. But, I mean, it can't be that much of a delay these days. But either way, it's time to just work on these pins again. I was slowly working on them. I think I was doing something else I can't remember for a few minutes. But now I'm back to these guys and just watching games on some videos on the best game ever released. And I just realized I spelled it wrong. So it is now 10 p.m. and I finally finished with these pins. I know I was probably a little bit too picky with the damaged ones I removed, because I know a lot of the mold marks mess with you when you're just looking at so many pins nonstop for hours on end. Yeah, I think it's been several hours now that I've been working on these here, but since they're like 3-cent pins, I'm honestly not gonna worry at all basically about it. So now I am going to get the page back up. I got it up earlier because then I just copy and pasted the mark from the tan one. I have my standard, use condition may have minor damage, and then also added due to the nature of the part, because they're pins and they drive me crazy looking at them. Some damaged ones might have slipped through. So now let's turn on this scale, then grab a container, if I can, there we go. Let it zero out. Well, I'll zero it out in a second just to see if I need to adjust the feet on the thing. So then zero the thing out a few times for good luck, even though you only need to do it once. Then grab this here, then go 2, 6, 9, 10, and then let that catch up. Then type in 10, then confirm. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in there, and dump that one in, and that one in. So 1,700. See, I definitely threw out at least 300 of them. So I was estimating about right with the 2,000 or so. But since this is pins, I'm just going to list 1,700 of them. So then go here, 1,700. And then remarks, I'll probably put them in this box here. And then, yeah, I'll just consider this box full. Then I'll put this drawer in this box away, and then finally call it a day. The struggles of trying to fill up a hot water bottle when you have glass. This is practically what you see through them. And it's just so foggy. Just getting to work now, so I'm just turning on the lights over here. So yeah, then, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I updated the computer last night, so it looks like it's now restarted, so that's good. The funny thing is, I might be slightly off on the days and stuff like that, but I ordered with my shipping supply coupon from eBay, because like every like 3-4 months or something like that, you get a shipping supply coupon. So I used my $70 shipping supply coupon from eBay, and then I ordered boxes. They were marked as shipped on the 5th. Which through eBay, once you print a shipping label, it's officially marked as shipped. So it was marked as shipped on the 5th. I think I bought it on like the 3rd or the 4th. I can't remember exactly. And so I'm just actually curious, since I'm just going to just quickly enter in the password. And okay, that's loaded. Gonna see if I can get it up real quick. I'm now wondering, when did I order the package from Germany that arrived already? So I'm wondering how long it took for a package to get from Germany to here, as opposed to how long it took for a package from Ontario, Canada to get to Ontario, Canada through eBay. Don't want to show any information, just leaving this down a little bit. Okay, it's loading. I don't know if there's any information on this screen, so I'm just gonna wait a second. It's overall, my computer is running a bit smoother, but then I think it's just Bricklink being Bricklink. That's always just slow. Who knows? Okay, so then it's almost loaded. Okay, so yeah, I ordered January 5th from Germany, and that already arrived. So it's faster to buy stuff from Germany and to get through customs, pay customs and everything like that, and get a package. Like, all that stuff's already listed for sale in my store now, than it is to order from eBay in Canada. The stuff, it's not expected delivery until the 25th. Yeah. It's eBay itself has to be the slowest shipping store on all of eBay, because eBay sells shipping supplies and stuff like that. I mean, they obviously price them higher because of the coupon and stuff like that. But then they have their own store for it so that they get the money and stuff like that. But yeah, it is just, it's horrible how slow they are. So then I'm going to now quickly pull the eBay orders and stuff like that. Had a couple more overnight. This year is one of the orders that I can show this because it doesn't show their data and stuff like that. But then I sold a whole bunch of droids, as you can see here. I just bought a whole bunch of them. How many of this one here have I sold now, out of curiosity? Commando droid. Right here. Okay, so I've sold 11 copies, or lots of 2 of him now. 9 left to go, so that was a nice one. And so then I've got to pull all of those ones. Then I had a couple more Bricklink orders. I just had a Bricklink quote as well, but that hasn't been accepted yet. So I'm going to pull these orders now. One of them includes like 400 1x1 studs, and so those ones are always good fun to pull, because counting 200 light bluish gray and 200 I think it was white 1x1 studs, and it's like 2 cents a piece. It's always good fun. But then they also bought 25 pins, so that's also there. So yeah, I got to work on that and pull orders now. So I just finished pulling the eBay orders. So then, yeah, they just bought a whole bunch of different droids, pretty much every standard type of droid I had, and some super battle droids, and some other droids and stuff like that. And then in one order sold a interesting combination of stuff. These two make sense to go together, and then also some blasters. I guess they're trying to have like a revolution or something like that. So then that was that, and so yeah, just lots of different stuff in general. So as is tradition for a shipping day, we've got Benny and another spaceman, so that's nice. So then all in the eBay orders, don't want to show any details here. So it is 16, or is that 15? Yeah, 15 items for $3.92. So overall, a nice eBay shipping day. So now I've got to pull the other Bricklink orders. Luckily for me, I remembered this time that I actually have a counting scale, so I'm going to actually use that to count the studs. There's 200 of these, and somewhere in this box there's 200 of them in white. So yeah, I just got to, if it can focus. So yeah, actually it's a little bit more dollar-wise than I thought. I thought it was like $3 or $4, but it's actually $5 or $6. So yeah, then I got the pins in a bag there. So now I'm going to count these guys, and then I'll be done pulling orders. So let's just see if we can get to 200. Oh, that's probably way too many. All right, so then take out a couple of them. You take out 4 more. Right there, and so it's at 200 now. So this here is 200 of them. I mean, I put this on to count the rest just to see if that matches up. But then, yeah, that probably messed up. Well, actually, just for the sake of it, 1230. I know the bag will interfere, so it's not going to be an exact number. So, yep, that should be. Yep, that's about it. So yeah, oh. Okay, there we go. For a second, I was worried there. So yeah, then I'll put those in a bag, and then I'll do the same with the light blue tray. I will reset the weight, though, just in case there's a difference with the plastic type or the color or something like that. And because these ones are used, these ones are new. So just because it's such an accurate scale, it goes down to 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's 0 there, so I'm not sure if it goes down to the 5th decimal after the gram or just the 4th one. So I'll just reset it for these. So I now have them in light blue gray and then in white. It looks like it's basically the same amount, so hopefully that's correct. So I did just have a Brickowl order come in, so I'm going to quickly pack that up. It's a relatively small one, so I should be able to do it quickly. So I'll just put these in their proper stack things there. I will grab a small bag for it, though, because I'm pretty sure I don't want to show any details. Just confirming. All right, yeah, it's included in that order was the Infinity Gauntlet from, okay, I haven't watched Marvel. His name's on the tip of my tongue, that big purple guy. I can't remember it. What's his name? I know his name. I've heard it before. I know who he is and stuff like that, but I can't place his... figure out his name. It's the big purple guy from that has that golden glove and stuff that has the infinity stones on it. So included in the order was some infinity stones. So then I'm going to just put those into a small bag here just so that I don't get anything lost. And then yeah, as you can see here, it's got a couple of those. But yeah, what's his name? I know he's got a minifigure variant, pearl gold helmet, that has this helmet right here. As soon as I see it, I'll instantly remember it. What's his name? Thanos. Thanos, that's his name. Okay. So yeah, it's his infinity glove and stones. So I'll get this pulled real quick then. Yogurt time. So I can finally start using business cards and orders again. It's been a little while since I have been able to, so this is the updated ones with the YouTube QR code now, so I can finally start packing orders. This is one of the very few times I ever actually assemble parts for shipping. These are used, so don't worry. It's not like they're brand new parts because you never assemble brand new parts. But then these ones here are just some panels and stuff like that. They would otherwise be very difficult to fit into the bag, and then they would scratch up each other a lot during shipping. So it's just best for these parts to be stacked and then bag folded over like this and then put into an envelope for shipping. So this is probably going to be the only time in like a half-year period or so, maybe not quite that, that I actually assemble parts for shipping. So everyone is now gone furniture shopping, so now I got the whole house to myself, so I can blast music the entire time that they're gone. But that means that I'll have to pause my music every time I start recording now, so yeah, who knows. But it's oh yeah, I forgot to check the temperature. What is the temperature? It's snowing and stuff outside. It's only -4 degrees, so it's not too bad outside right now. But let's open up the door here. You might be able to see it's snowing a little bit. Zoom in. Yeah, you can see a few snowflakes and stuff. So they heated up the van first and everything like that, but they're all gone now. And they'll see if they can find new furniture. Apparently they're looking for like potentially a new couch or something like that. Because I don't know. I thought this couch was fine, but apparently it's breaking down and stuff. But I barely ever sit here, so I don't really know much about that. So yeah, I guess I have to rebuild the eBay minifigures and then see if I can buy some parts to complete some of them finally. I'm telling you, it is no easy chore to try and calculate all of the tax you collect in a year, because it's the yearly thing. Because I haven't even, I tried searching the Brickowl forms, I couldn't even see a mention on Brickowl of them planning to collect tax in Canada. But at least with Brickowl, it's automated, and I can have instant checkout. I can't in Canada because Bricklink doesn't do any of that stuff. But then I was looking, and in order to download Bricklink to find the total, I simply go to orders, and then I go here and click download orders. Then I enter in the date range, then I select in Canada, and then I click download orders, and then I can simply see how much tax I collected, because it's that's the only thing I put in additional column 1 for orders in Canada. And so yeah, then there's that, and I can just grab that number. It's super simple. eBay's a little bit more complicated, but I finally found a page where I can select the year-to-date range, and then it'll tell me how much tax I collected. And since last year was a transition year for that sense, it also had the eBay, what they collected in tax, because halfway through the year they started collecting. So then I was able to get that number relatively quickly. But with Brickowl, I am telling you, that is a confusing site. I don't think there's any information. I had to go to orders. Okay. So yeah, I went to orders, and then I went to download. Then I had to select the date range here. But even when you select Excel, it, at least for me, I'm probably just the odd one out here, it downloads it in Adobe Photoshop, not Photoshop, just an Adobe file. Let me get up an image. Yeah, it downloads them like this here. And so yeah, then I had to find some really sketchy website that I put the file in to read it, because I can't open it up on Adobe, because Adobe just keeps telling me, oh, you can try a 7-day free trial so that we can read that thing and stuff like that. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So then I put it into there, and then it took me forever to finally be able to find the right column, because there's like 30 or 40 different columns along the top for like everything, such as payment ID, such as order, such as buyer's name, the payment method used, buyer's address, buyer's postal code, buyer's country, order total before tax, order with tax, order after tax, how much they paid, if there's any refunds, any notes, and everything like that. There's like 30 or 40 categories for that along the top, and it's a tiny little box I have. And so then I finally opened it up on there. Then I had to, it took me a while to find it. Like, I'm talking about like 15 minutes to actually scroll, because it had like a tiny little scroll bar on the bottom in order to scroll to find the column that said tax, because there's also a weird shape where you can't just scroll the bottom and see what it's at the top. You have to actually zoom out on the page in order to keep it all contained. And then I finally found the column for it. Then I had to, since you can't scroll down pretty fast, I had to just select the right column and then manually scroll down the page with the scroll wheel. And then that took forever. I was like halfway through the first time, and I accidentally messed up, and then I had to restart again. And then I had to go to Excel to paste it, and then I tried right clicking it to copy and paste, but then I accidentally, there wasn't an option for copy, so then I tried to just drag it over, and then I lost all of the things, so I had to do it again. Then I finally decided to do Control-C, which is what I should have done from the beginning, and then I went over to Excel, and then I copy and pasted it into there. Then I had to select the entire file again on there with the tax column, and then I had to Google up how to do a addition combination thing. So I did the order sum thing. I did it several times to make sure I get the exact number. And so then I just spent like the past half hour to an hour or so just working on this, and it's just so confusing. But then I finally finished it, so that I collected $1,400 in tax from Bricklink, $1,200 in tax from eBay, and $500 from Brickowl. It just also is nice to be able to see some reference points as to which site brings in the most orders and sales and stuff like that. eBay, the second one, was still larger, because eBay themselves collected like, I want to say $600 or $800 in tax in the second half of the year. Orders really dipped near the end of last year, because I just didn't buy anything to rebuild minifigures. So I'm hopefully going to be switching that around. So eBay is the high sales, then Bricklink, then Brickowl. So yeah, for basically every $3 you sell on Bricklink, you'll only be selling about $1 on average, well, at least for me, on Brickowl. And all of this here is shipping to Canada and the States, and with Bricklink and Brickowl I ship international as well, but that makes up a very tiny percentage. So now I have to compare this here against what I paid in forecasted GST HST remittance collection, and then if I forecasted it correctly, which is like practically impossible that I forecasted the exact amount to the penny, because like that would mean it would be the exact same as I paid last year. So then now what I need to do is if I paid too little and I sold more than I did last year, or collected more tax than I did last year, then I need to now pay the government the difference. And then if I sent the government too much money, I need to politely ask the government to give me a bit of a tax refund. It's a bit confusing the way that it's done. I don't even know how I would ask them for a refund. It's probably some confusing way. So yeah, now I have to focus on that. But the main thing is I finally have the number. This took forever to do, and I'm just gonna leave this up for now, and then I'm just gonna ignore it for a while and then work on that later. Well, that is not in the best of condition, I dare say. It looks like it's in the middle of like dancing to some jazz music or something like that. Who knows? But yeah, I'm still just rebuilding minifigures for eBay. Still on all the droids from earlier, and every now and then when I find a mistake on a minifigure that I sold, I write new photo and then I put in or I just remember whenever it gets relisted that I need to take a new photo of it. In this case, the 1x1 tile, I never actually had it on the minifigure before because I was rebuilding it, and I'm like, oh wait, there's a 1x1 tile on this minifigure. So then I added that, and so then I've currently got those ones that I need order parts for. I've completed these ones here, and so yeah, I'm just slowly getting through the last of these minifigures. Well, they're still out shopping, so they've been gone for a while now. It's almost 7 p.m. They left at, like, I want to say sometime in the 4 p.m. range. I honestly don't know. But yeah, can't have supper till they're back, because I honestly can't even make food for the life of me. I mess up so bad every time. But I've now finally finished with the eBay minifigures. It took a bit longer than I was expecting, but it's finally done now. So those ones I was able to rebuild. These ones here I was unable to complete. So these ones I'm going to have to order parts for, which I can hopefully start doing possibly today again. Because I haven't in forever, since I finally have things worked out for stuff like that. So now I can do that, because like all these sets that were retiring last year, that I was trying to get, the Starfighter ones that I got parted out and stuff like that, that's all done. And then I paid tax at the beginning of the year and stuff like that, so all the major expenses are out of the way, so I can hopefully start buying some parts again soon for those. So I'm going to put these guys away now, and then see about placing an order or two. So I just placed a couple of orders now real quick to try and get some lots down for how much I needed for eBay. So the top 4 have been placed in the past day or two. And so this one, this year is overall, all in all, like, I don't know, was that 140 or so, maybe not quite-ish lots. My default wanted list has before I start placing orders, there's at about 600 lots on there that I needed. So this chips away at it a little bit, so that's nice. And so then I can quickly just get rid of a couple more things from the wanted list here. Let me just see there. All right, so then there's that. Did I get the quantities? Yep, only the wrap had 2, so that's good. So I can delete that there, and now the wanted list is getting lower and lower, so that's nice. And so now I can get to listing something. And I just realized I still haven't put those boxes away from when I pulled orders this morning. And yeah, the cord that I'm still waiting for the computer, it's actually not expected till next week, Wednesday or something like that. So considering it was 2-day prime delivery, and now it's been like over a week now, it's you never know what's going on with Amazon sometimes. So 1001 Bricks, who is helping with the computer, has a flu right now, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully he starts to feel better soon, and then when he has time, I will hopefully be able to get the SSD up and running. But in the meantime, I've got lots of stuff to do, so I'm going to start working on the next stack from over here. So then I'm thinking I'm going to start with this container next, and yeah, starting to run out of stuff from the pile to list. There's 5 stacks left over there. This stuff is still a work in progress, and all this stuff here is a mix of work in progress and half complete and unsorted yet, so that's interesting. But yeah, overall good progress today. Hopefully should be able to get a lot of stuff over the next little while. To complete some minifigures, so that will be nice. This hopefully will be seeing some emptying a little bit in the near future. And then yeah, like for the top box here for Star Wars, not too long ago I couldn't even fit anything in either of these two slots right here. Like these two Star Wars slots on the side, they were just so packed full with listed inventory that I practically couldn't find anything I was looking for. But yeah, these things are just getting so empty now. I need to start going a whole bunch on eBay inventory again. So yeah, and I'm going to be hopefully over the next few months completely rebuilding my eBay inventory to the point that it was in the past, and so that will be nice. But yeah, in the meantime, I just have to slowly list all of the parts here and stuff like that, one piece at a time, although not these ones, starting with these ones. I've now finished the stack of parts that I brought over earlier. These ones are the garbage ones, but there's a decent amount that I was able to get listed, so that was nice. So yeah, now it's on to the next stack. It's getting a little bit later, so probably can't do too much. Might not tackle one of those. I might see if there's something simple over here. Well, I mean, simple would be a relative word. I might just try to work on a couple of these masks here. I might just bring over also while I work at it on them the dimension thing, because I honestly have no idea if these have already, for the most part, excuse me, already had their dimensions added, or if a lot of them are missing dimensions. So then I'll just go ahead and work on some of these right now, and yeah, just work on these for like 20-30 minutes tops, and then I'll be calling it a day. Well, I didn't get too much listed. I got a couple of them there and a couple, excuse me, and that one over there listed. I added dimensions for that blue one there. Although with these headgears, it's quite difficult to get dimensions. Sorry for the cut there. But yeah, it's quite difficult to get dimensions because, yeah, you can use the thing here, and then let me just open it up a little bit. You could just go like this here and get a dimension, but that's not an accurate size. You need to position it like this or something like that and find that exact angle and stuff like that. So I like to try and line up like the pin at the end here against this, and then try and make sure it's at a flat surface on that side, and then try and measure it exactly. And then it's same thing with this way and stuff like that. It was only easy for the width for it, because that one's pretty easy to find and stuff like that. So yeah, some of these are just extremely difficult to get an accurate measurement for, but that's done. And so then I can put this stuff away for the day. It's now 9:57 p.m. It's always sad to see these special colored minifigures and stuff like that in videos and stuff like that, because for those who don't know, those were actually made by Lego employees off the production run without permission, and so that stuff is completely stolen merchandise from Lego and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a huge scandal. I think that one was in Asia, I think, where a lot of those colored ones came from. They're having a lot of problems with the Mexico factory for stuff like that, but Lego doesn't seem to be doing much about it. But they did crack down on those ones a whole bunch, and if I'm not mistaken, sellers were getting banned off of Bricklink for selling them and stuff like that. So yeah, those things are official Lego, yeah, but it's best to stay away from them in most cases. But yeah, then so yeah, just finished work for the day, so I'll be taking a break now. But overall today, considering that it was a shipping day, so I spent some time shipping stuff out, and then was spent who knows how long on trying to find those numbers and everything like that. I was still able to get a decent amount of stuff listed, so let's just quickly check for missing my remarks over here. Nothing's missing remarks. Okay, so then I can put that drawer over there away, and so I'll put this box off to the side. So overall, decent progress was made today, so I can't complain about that. And yeah, oh yeah, because I also rebuilt the eBay minifigures, which took a weirdly long amount of time to do. And then I placed a couple orders, which took a bit of time to put together, finding the right stores and stuff like that. So at least I can say good progress was made, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to make some good progress again as well. Just getting to work now, and then I woke up and then I looked at my phone, and then I realized I had a missed call from FedEx in like the most automated voice ever. That totally sounds like it's a scam and stuff like that, about how you have a delivery time, like, oh, so it's gonna arrive today and stuff like that. So I mean, these companies, I mean, it's not like they could personalize with a robot, maybe the important part, but I mean, maybe they shouldn't be using robot voices to simply say you got a package out for delivery today. It's really sketchy sketchy, but then I'm just gonna check tracking. But then potentially, it was initially estimated for Tuesday. But yeah, it's out for delivery. So then, hopefully it will arrive today then. So I might be able to get the new phone today. Have to do a signature release for that. So it says before 8 p.m. over there. So then, yeah, that means anytime between now and 8 p.m. So I have to make sure I'm close to the door. So if I hear it at any time, because right here, I don't think there's any tracking there. No, okay, 1 second. Yeah, over here, it's signature required, except when you click on that, or was it on the other thing? I can't remember. I don't remember where it is, but for somewhere I saw it that if they can't get because of they might just stand on like the outside of the porch or something like that, and then give you a nod, and then that can be used as exemption to signature delivery or something. I was like, that's really weird. Yeah, that's just interesting how that's done. So hopefully that arrives today. So then the goal for today is to edit the vlog and get the phone sorted out. But since I have no idea when the phone's gonna actually arrive, anywhere between now and 12 p.m. Yeah, who knows how much I'll be able to get done today or stuff like that. So I'm going to end the vlog here. So thank you for watching the vlog. If you got this far, the next vlog should be out. Today's a Saturday, so on Wednesday. So yeah, I'm just going to start editing the vlog, and then if it still hasn't arrived by then, I'll probably start working on some random stuff over there. So thanks for watching the vlog if you got this far, and yeah, this is the end of the vlog.